because many people asked me to share my Revert convert story. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit here. This will be like the first part. My name is Shelley. I grew up in a small town in Northern Ontario in Canada. And I can tell you that I had zero exposure to Muslims in the small town that I lived in. To my knowledge, there were no Muslims that even lived in my small town. In the schools that I attended growing up, they never spoke about world religions. So I really only knew about the religion that I was raised in, that I grew up with, which was Catholicism. So when I later in life, left home to go to university to attend law school, I ended up living with a Muslim family. They were the first Muslims that I had ever met in my life. And here I was living with them. They were the kindest, most beautiful, sweetest people that I have ever met in my life. They treated me like a queen. They treated me like gold. No one had ever treated me as beautifully and with such kindness and generosity as this Muslim family that I lived with when I was going to university. And so I was in shock because I was like, who are these people? Like, what is this? I've never met people like this. And when I say that they were kind and generous, what I mean is it's like other level kindness. So let me give you an example. Like if, for example, I would say, oh my gosh, I'm cold right now. I'm chilly. They would be like, if all they had in this world was the shirt that they had on their back, they would literally be like, take off the shirt off their back and be like, here. And they would give me their shirt. They would sacrifice their own comfort and happiness to make me happy and comfortable and to make sure that I would not be cold, right? So this was like other level stuff for me. I had never seen anything like this before. I had never met people like this before, because in the world that I came from, although people were nice and also could be generous, it was never to the level of them sacrificing their own comfort and happiness to help others. That's just what I experienced. So this was next level stuff. And I was like, what is this? And who are these people? And I need to understand what makes them this way, because I'm kind of blown away right now, right? So I was trying to figure it out, and I watched them, and it did not take very long before I figured out that it was their faith and being Muslim that made them this way. And it's because everything in their life was centered around their religion, right? And them following their religious obligations and praying 5 times a day, and just so many aspects of the faith. Everything, they just lived their faith. So I saw very quickly that the way that they treated me they treated me that way because of what they believed in, because of their religion. And so I thought that was just beautiful. And it ignited a flame of curiosity within me, where I needed to understand what this religion was that they were following, because I didn't know anything about it because of my upbringing, right? And where I came from. So I was like, I need to know more about this religion, because I just can't wrap there must be something about this religion that is really special for these people to be so beautiful and special. And so that curiosity obviously led to me learning more about Islam, and asking a lot of questions and doing a lot of research. But there's way more to the story than that. This is just the first part. I say this because if you are Muslim and you ever thought that the way that you act around other people, non-Muslims, the way that you act around other people does not have an influence or an impact on them, and that your character does not have an impact upon the people around you and what they think about your faith and being a Muslim, you're wrong, because it does, because it impacted me. It was one of the first things that led me to become curious about Islam, and ultimately took me down the path of getting more information and learning more.
My beloved brothers and sisters, Islam encourages us to treat every human being with kindness regardless of their religion. A kind word, a smile, or a helping hand can soften hearts and show the beauty of Islam more than long speeches. Your character is a reflection of your faith, and when non-Muslims see good manners, honesty, and compassion, they witness Islam in action. Many people in history accepted Islam not because of debates, but because of the noble character of Muslims. Merchants, neighbors, and travelers displayed fairness, honesty, and mercy, and this attracted people to the truth. Your kindness could plant a seed in someone's heart that later grows into faith. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself was kind and just even to those who opposed him. He showed patience and mercy even when others expected anger and revenge. This character won hearts and guided people to Islam. Following his example is one of the best ways to invite others to the religion. So never underestimate the power of kindness. A small act like helping a neighbor, respecting a colleague, or showing patience in difficult times might inspire a non-Muslim to learn about Islam. And if by Allah's will they accept Islam through your good character, the reward for you will continue forever.